Hello everyone, this is Adelaide Eternal and we're bringing you our Highlander tournament for this month. You're with Sarven and McLinton, and in the booth I have Jackson the McCorpius.
Hi everyone.
So we have the next round of Highlander here between two very interesting decks. We have a Reanimator deck piloted by Cameron Bird on the left, and on the right we have an eLf'D, so the green-white ramp deck with land destruction, piloted by Brendan Dobson. So Brendan has been performing exceptionally well in our tournament circuit. He's been scoring up wins in Highlander and Legacy, always brewing the next big thing, trying to find ways to break the formats. Maybe he might actually be able to break in another win today. For those who don't know, for every time you win one of our Eternal challenges, whether it's Highlander, Legacy or Vintage, you get a trophy next to your name. So maybe when we have a look at Brendan's deck list, we'll be able to check that out. Brendan's list involves some land destruction in the form of Ice Storm, Beast Within, Winter's Grasp, Thermocast, a whole bunch of cards you've probably never heard of, but they will wreck your day when he goes turn 1, Llanowar Elves, turn 2, Thermocast your land. And if it happens to be snow-covered, he'll gain a life, just for the sick rub-ins.
Yeah, seems crazy good. Wow.
But the deck is a force to be reckoned with, because on turn 1 he consistently powers out 1 mana elf, and then the following turn he's powering out more things that generate mana, and by turn 3 or 4 he's playing things like Titania, which if you've never been on the receiving end of a Titania swing, she usually doesn't swing for 5, she swings for 15, right?
Yeah, Titania in a deck with Strip Mine and Wasteland, oof. Oof.
Yeah, that's disgusting. So his points are Strip Mine and Wasteland, as you said. Crop Rotation to find Strip Mine and Wasteland. And the Birthing Pod, allowing him to chain his way up into Titania. And he's also running Natural Order, because he can turn... What's better than turning a 1-drop into a Terrastodon?
Yeah, or a Crater Hoof. Oof. Seems pretty good.
Crater Wolf.
Crater Wolf, yeah.
Now, I do remember that Brendan did say that he lamented the fact that we held the tournament 2 weeks too early. 1 week too early, 2 weeks too early.
It was only a week or two, because there was a card that came out in Hour of Devastation. It's commonly known as the Crucible with Legs,
yes.
Or more specifically, it is called Ramunap Excavator, and I probably said that incorrectly.
Ramunap. I don't think anyone in R&D tests how to say names, do they?
Yeah, they really need to say it 10 times really fast.
Ramunap. Yeah, it's quite tricky.
Yeah. But basically it just lets you play land cards from your graveyard, and it's a 3-mana 2/3, so running a second Crucible Worlds in his deck seems awesome. also
Crucible that can be tutored for by Green Sun Zenith, and also also created off an Eldritch Evolution. Turn your Mana Dork into a Rum and Raisin Excavator.
Yep.
And what else? What other? Birthing Pod. You can pod your 2-drop into. Yeah. But basically, his deck has a really nice toolbox package in there. Also from the new sets, which is the Vizier of Remedies package. So if you haven't seen that in action, it combos with Devoted Druid. It stops the -1/-1 counters being put on it. Essentially generates you a whole bunch of mana. And with that whole bunch of mana, you can use Duskwatch Recruiter, which you activate 1 billion times and get all the creatures into your hand. And then you play all the creatures with all the billions of mana you have. And one of those creatures is probably Crater Hoof Behemoth.
Yep, that seems pretty crazy. And it definitely, you can do a lot of value plays with it, with Kitchen Finks just blocking forever and gaining life and such. So, yeah, it seems like a really, really zany card, but it seems pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. So, Cameron is on his mainstay deck, the Reanimator deck. He's literally played every Highlander event held in South Australia with the same deck consistently.
Yeah,
he has been powering forward with Reanimator, does consistently well as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this matchup turns out, but basically if you haven't seen a Reanimator deck in action, hopefully you'll get to see it here. You're going to be doing something on turn 1 that lets you draw some cards and discard cards, and then on turn 2, or sometimes on the same turn with a Lotus Petal, you put something you discarded into play. And what better thing to put into play than Iona to turn off your opponent's spells, or Jin-Gitaxias to draw 7 cards and make your opponent discard their hand.
It's just crazy. You can do some pretty scary stuff. I feel like reanimating an Elishnorn in this matchup would be huge as well.
Yeah, killing a whole bunch of mana dorks is going to be pretty good. So if you're really interested in the Reanimator deck, you can take a look at the deck tech that Cameron Bird guest starred in, and he told us all about the deck. And we took it on a test drive in our gauntlet as well, testing against some of the strongest decks in the Adelaide meta. So go and join us on that playlist. But first of all, let's bring you a sweet match of mid-range versus combo. So the players have shuffled and they're identifying whether or not they want to keep these hands. So Cameron's hand goes back.
Yeah.
However, after the mulligan, Brendan is keeping his hand and he's just deciding whether or not to scry top or bottom. So given the scry order, that indicates to me that Brendan is on the draw. I think.
Yes, I think so. I imagine
because he's deciding on his scry now, I think.
I imagine with the Reanimator deck, you do have to mulligan quite aggressively. I imagine you kind of mulliganing into, sort of something to pitch a creature and something to reanimate it and making sure you have enough land, especially having enough land against Brendan's deck. So
yeah. Oh, he's resolving his scry there, so maybe he's actually on the play.
Okay.
But yeah, either way, you're exactly correct. If you can construct a really good 6 or a really good 5, you don't need many pieces to go off. I mean, if you've got mana source, second mana source, possibly fast mana, and an Entomb, and then a Reanimate, that's only 4 cards.
Yeah. I honestly think with this deck, you could keep just 6 cards and a Bizarre Baghdad.
Yeah.
Just draw into whatever you need, discard whatever you need.
So yeah, he's got fast mana, he's got Mox Jet, he's got he's got Entomb in there, he's got Force of Will, he's got Jin-Gitaxias.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And so this is the Duskwatch Recruiter and the Devoted Druid is in there as well, so that's 2 pieces of his 3-card combo. Not that he's always on the combo plan, but it can definitely happen, and if he's drawn 2 pieces, he can find the third one.
Seems pretty good.
So that's Verdant Catacombs from Cameron finding probably a black source because he has Entomb in hand and he's able to Entomb. Oh, actually, maybe not a black source because he's got Mox Jet in hand.
That's true.
This could be a very explosive turn.
Yeah.
It all depends on what he drew. I mean, if he scried and he drew...
Underground Sea.
Yeah. Now, for those who haven't seen this, his deck is actually a 4-color combo deck. The Reanimator decks that you often see that we've done deck techs on before are Grixis colours, but the reason he's got green in there is he's got the Oath of Druids, essentially 1-card combo in there.
Yep.
And I think he has some sideboard cards.
Yeah, Oath of Druids just... it's a perfect card for this kind of deck. Like, you don't even need to reanimate it. It just comes magically out of your deck.
It's good.
Yeah.
Scratch that, no sideboard cards. Literally Oath of Druids, I think.
Wow.
That's all it is.
Fair enough.
But we'll review the deck list in a second just to see. But this is an Inquisition of Kozilek. That's what the other card was. So he's done the Preordain and then into the Inquisition. It might not have been the other way around because the Inquisition wasn't in his hand. He found the Inquisition off the Preordain, maybe?
Yeah, I think he did.
Because otherwise I would Inquisition first, right?
Yeah.
Because then you can Preordain for what you want.
Yeah.
So Gaia's Cradle is going to be huge in this hand. You know, it's whilst it won't necessarily do huge things next turn, the turn after that it's going to be amazing. And unfortunately, although it costs 3 or less, you can't select it. So, going to Brendan's turn, Nykthos and Devoted Druid. So he's going to be able to power out something big, or at least use 4 mana effectively the next turn.
Yep, so Cameron's passing turn again.
Yeah, so he's being...
just setting up the combo. I guess there's no real pressure on the board yet.
Yeah, he's got Entomb in hand, which can do it instant speed. He just doesn't have the Reanimate effect.
Yep.
So that's Boreal Druid, the one that is a snow elf thing, and it basically taps for 1 colourless, which is a snow mana.
Yep. Yeah, you can't run another copy of Llanowar else, so I guess this is your option if you want more of that effect.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want a critical mass of dorks on turn 1.
Yep, definitely.
And this is end of turn fetch.
Okay.
Is that correct? and then he's probably going to entomb. No.
No.
Patience.
Ooh, is that an Oath of Druids?
Oh man, if it's an Oath of Druids, it's going to be.
It doesn't have a green
pretty strong.
source.
Oh, there it is.
Is that Forbidden Orchard?
It's the not Forbidden Orchard. It's the not City of Brass.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The better City of Brass.
That seems really good right now.
Really good.
Really good.
So now we can see why he plays Oath of Druids, and as we were saying before, the only green card in the deck, but it's this good.
Yep.
I mean, he can just win.
Yep.
It's 1 point, but it will literally win him the game the next turn.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. So,
it's a lot of mana though from Brendan.
yeah, Brendan's pretty much gonna have to have something to answer whatever's coming down.
So this is tapping for. No, it's tapping for 2, but he wants to generate, obviously, something first.
Yeah.
Remember, he does have this combo in the deck that allows him to get infinite mana, but I think the Duskwatch Recruiter was the one that was taken from the Inquisition of Kozilek, so he won't be able to cast a whole variety of creatures.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's just activating the bash, which makes sense.
Put some pressure on. Depending what Cameron Oath of Druids into, I guess it might change Brendan's game plan.
Yeah, there's a very high variance here because if he flips off Elish Norn, it's going to flip off Brendan.
I tell you what, out of all of the creatures in
Magic,
Magic,
no.
I would definitely not flip off Elish Norn.
No.
I think she would be quite scary to annoy.
Absolutely. I consider myself to have 2 toughness or less, so...
Yeah, very much, yeah.
I don't want to die instantly.
Yeah.
So, punters, what do you reckon he named as the colour?
Purple, maybe? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. That definitely limits a huge amount to what Brendan can do.
Yeah. I mean, he can just keep bashing face, but he's going to lose a creature in the process each time.
Okay.
Here's the white card.
Yep.
This is the Vizier of Remedies, is it? See, now we're also going to have to read that card.
We're gonna have
It's a combo. It's the one that makes persists really good. Because if one or more -1/-1 counters would be put on the creature. Instead, that many -1/-1 counters -1.
Yeah.
Again, R&D doesn't really read these things out loud, do they?
-1, yeah.
That many -1/-1 counters -1 are put on it instead.
Yep, makes sense. What do we got now? Is that...
That's well, this is game over now because that's Runescarred Demon.
Yeah.
And Runescarred Demon allows him to tutor.
Yeah.
So he can essentially find the one card he needs to win the game instantly. And by instantly, we mean lock his opponent out, effectively win.
Yeah.
So this could easily be a reanimation spell and allow him to reanimate the Jingataxius that's in his hand because he still does have Entomb, right? That's a Dispel.
That was Dispel.
Dispel. He's just going, I'm just going to win, so I'm going to protect my win.
Yep, fair enough.
And that's what we mean by effectively winning instantly.
Yeah.
So, Brendan can't win instantly because he can't cast instants.
Yep, fair enough. All right, that's it for game 1.
There you go.
Yeah,
so he was basically saying, well, you might have Path to Exile in your deck, so let's just make sure that you can't turn this off.
So,
yeah, safe play is good play.
I wonder how many times you've actually searched for a Dispeller for RuneScarred before. I imagine not too many.
No, we call it a bird play. It's Cameron Bird has now coined that play.
The bird play.
The bird play. It's finding a modern card that is marginal sideboard tech off your tutor that can tutor any of the best cards in Magic. And you know that it's correct and it wins you the game.
Yeah. Oh, if it gets there, it's worth it, I guess.
So in the sideboard, we have a variety of things in for Cameron. Ashen Rider is another nice reanimation target because it just exiles problematic permanents.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's necessarily going to come in, but it's definitely a choice. And he also has Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm, something you just really want to wrath away all those little 1/1s.
Yeah,
right?
Pyroclasm seems really good.
Another card that's really good is Shadow of Doubt. Because there's a lot of search in Brennan's deck, including his powerful pointed cards, Green Sun Zenith and Natural Order.
Yeah, seems good.
So for Brendan, he's got probably a larger variety of tech to bring in here. His sideboard is basically a bunch of hate bears.
Yeah.
Some real nasty pasties. We have Gadok Teague, which usually shuts off control decks, but doesn't do as much in this matchup because most of the reanimation spells and draw and discard spells cost less than 4. But we do have things like Stony Silence. I don't know if he wants to bring it in, but there are Moxen, Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, and other things in the deck.
Yeah, I think the main one you definitely want to see is Containment Priest. That's hands down the best card, I think, in this situation.
Yeah. Aethersworn Canonist is a close second there because it prevents those fast wins.
Yep.
He has to reanimate one turn, Izzet Charm one turn, then reanimate the next turn, and it just slows him down a little bit.
Yeah, Grafdigger's rest in peace, obviously.
Yeah, no brainers there. They come
Grafdigger's
straight
definitely, that's perfect. Perfect card for this matchup.
Choke is marginally good here, because whilst normally the blue-based control decks have a whole bunch of islands, there's actually Mystic Confluence, the other Confluence, Mana Confluence, and Forbidden Orchard, and all these other lands that still allow Cameron to play the game without relying on islands. But you'd still probably bring it in anyway. Yeah,
I wonder if maybe even Qasali Pride Mage would be alright. Because
definitely.
You could blow up a Mox, you could blow up Oath of Druids, seems good.
Yeah, I think he needs some kind of answer to Oath of Druids because he saw how horrible it was for him, that game.
Yeah, it's a pretty busted Magic card, really.
Yeah, we're safe to say Prowling Serpapard does not come in this matchup, I don't think.
I don't know.
I mean, it makes his things uncounterable, but I'm pretty sure Cameron is not countering any creatures really in this. He's countering Path to Exile or other things.
Yeah.
Oh, it does make your Containment Priest uncounterable.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
If you haven't it's all these marginal things.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Prowling Serpapard before, it is both a serpent and a leopard.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a cat snack.
Oh, that's
not to be confused with a cat green bean.
Has science gone too far? I'm not sure. That's seems a little out of control to me, but
well, safe to say, not as out of control as my dog. Dak Faden. There's a shout out to Dak Faden. He pointed at it and sadly saying that Dak Faden has been removed from the deck.
Oh, that makes sense. Dak seems maybe a bit too slow in this matchup. I mean, you're not really able to grind out.
Is this Oath of Druids again?
Oath of Druids again, and the Trop. Oof.
Yeah, and there's a Wild Growth and Guy's Cradle. It's Guy's Cradle again, which is good.
So Brendan's got the land and the bird, so if he has some sort of land disruption, he might be able to keep Cameron off that second mana source, maybe.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, unless he finds some kind of way to deal with the Oath.
Yeah, that's true.
The Qasali Pride Mage, he's going to have a bad time dealing with Oath.
Yeah.
It's not easy unless he's got a removal spell for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think. Did you see a counterspell in Cameron Bird's hand as well? Was that a misdirection?
Was it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can imagine him playing Wild Growth on his land and then having a removal spell misdirected to his own Wild Growth.
Oh goodness, that would be
not ideal.
No, that would be quite nasty. I've got to say.
Yeah, Brendan's like, can I please untap? Can I please go to my turn? Please don't kill me turn 1. Which is definitely possible with the Reanimator. Not necessarily kill, but essentially win the game on turn 1.
Yeah, Reanimator does some pretty scary stuff turn 1. Turn 1 Gristlebrand's always pretty frightening.
Yeah, turn 1 Iona, turn 1 Elish Norn against this deck. There's so many things. Elish Norn against this board.
Wow.
Basically wins the game straight away. Yeah. There's a lot of effective wins. Effective turn 1 wins. So his I'm not going to go for the niche scenario of not fetching a blue source. Oh, he is. He's not fetching a blue source because this way makes him immune to choke.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he's got it in his mind, but you know, I'm always afraid of choke. I live in perpetual fear of choke.
Choke can be quite good. Okay, so do you reckon he's just going to slam down the Oath? Yep.
Yes. Yep. 100%. I slam down the Oath. Now, because he's got misdirection and blue card in hand, right?
Yeah. Maybe he didn't fetch a blue source because he's already got the trop.
Yeah, that's probably it. He's got all 4 of his colours, and his only green thing ever is going to be out. Is out now.
Gaze great. Wow, he's got a ton of mana.
That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana.
Yeah. Wow.
Or he could play creature first and end up getting 7 mana, basically.
It's getting kind of crazy.
Well, Prime Time is a thing in his deck, and
Prime Time.
But he's obviously thinking about what is he going to flip off the Oath of Druids, because that's the biggest scary part. Natural Order.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this gets him Terastodon, and he destroys the...
Oh, Terastodon would be good.
You can't misdirect this.
Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, you go Terastodon and you blow up the Oath and the 2 lands. That seems unreal.
Oh, man.
Seems really good.
Cameron Bird is going to have a bad day here. He's like, can I misdirect it? Can I please? I want to misdirect it.
No.
But I can't.
Wow.
It's times like these where misdirection is woefully inadequate against Force of Will.
Yeah.
But
Force would be just such a blowout right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Terastodon. Here it is. And it's going to go, give you an elephant, but I'm also going to have 2 elephants probably.
Yeah, I don't think...
Oh, no, he's actually hitting his mana as well. I think if you hit their mana, you just hit all their mana. But personally...
Yeah. I would have gone all 3, right? Because, I mean, you don't know how much more land is he going to have. He runs a pretty low curve, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to destroy a land, I'll destroy all of his land. So the other alternative is give myself 2 elephants. Okay. But he's obviously playing it this way for a reason.
Yeah.
It's mostly because it gives him 1 dork. It gives him 1 3/3 and a 9/9.
That's
and his
true.
opponent has 2 3/3s, which are impossible to beat through, and he's able to bash through his opponent. Because he otherwise wouldn't be able to attack.
Land. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to attack with your 9/9 if you gave your opponent 3 3/3s.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I haven't cast too many Terastodons in my time, so...
No. But it's probably moot because Cameron Bird had the additional mana here, and he can operate pretty comfortably off 2 mana without a problem. So, I mean, there was definitely an argument to leaving his lands alone, just hit the thing and give yourself 2 elephants.
Oh yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking. Hard.
Kill all your lands, or kill none of your lands and just keep 2. But Collective Brutality is so good in this deck. It allows you to escalate to discard some things, and also, you know, duress your opponent if you need to, or kill a mana dork.
So modes right now?
Modes are...
What, gain 2, look at the hand?
Yeah.
Or
it's kill
-2. -2 the birds. Yeah, that's fair enough. And what's he got? Nykthos
He discarded Thermocast, and it's just Murmuring Bosk and Nykthos.
Okay.
Is that right? And obviously can't bash in. And the Wasteland.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
the
good.
LD plan is legit.
Yeah. Okay, so he's attacking with both.
Yeah.
He's going to...
So he just takes 3 and chumps once.
Fair enough.
And he'll do the same thing the next turn again and just try and buy more turns.
Yep.
He's drawing lands, though. That's definitely keeps him in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool in Highlander to be able to see that decks that are so wildly divergent still get to play really interactive games with each other.
Yeah. Ooh, Reanimate.
Reanimating out the Runescarred, getting to tutor for... obviously, he'll tell us. He's going to do another Cameron Bird tutor. Find something so marginal that we hadn't really thought about, but it ends up basically winning you the game and is the correct choice.
Yeah. I definitely think Dispel is not the right choice right now.
No.
That would be pretty useless.
He's probably like, I just wanted a 5/5 or 5/6 or 6/6 or 6/6 flying.
I have no idea what he would tutor for right now, actually.
Well, his list, obviously very eclectic because all Highlander deck lists are eclectic, but more so because it's a Reanimated list. But he could do something like... I literally have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I was thinking...
You could get like a Faithless Looting for value.
If you could have some... Like something like... If you could bounce that Terastodon and just get it out of there, then he seems like in a good board state. Because he's got the flyer. And he's got the elephant still. but it doesn't look like he has any sort of bounce.
Well,
So I don't know.
he can double block the Terastodon with his 6/6 and his 3/3, and with this tutor, he can just get another reanimation spell.
Oh, that's true.
Then block with his guys, kill the Terastodon,
Yep.
and then reanimate it the next turn because he found a reanimation spell. And then when the Runescarred Demon comes back into play again, find another reanimation spell, and you're going off to the races.
Yeah, seems alright.
I don't know, that's just a line that I just thought of then.
Yeah.
One of the many, many lines that Cameron Bird is thinking of right now. So
Yeah, Reanimator definitely looks like it has a high skill cap. It looks like
Yes.
there's lots of crazy lines.
a lot of really niche cards and unique things that we need to think about.
Yeah. If you could even set up some sort of way to reanimate Elishnorn in this board state, I feel like that would be alright. That Runescarred's definitely getting in for a lot then. So
Yeah, I can definitely see because you're not afraid of Path to Exile or something because you got misdirection in hand and you can misdirect it to your opposing guy.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see finding another reanimation spell here
Yeah, definitely.
and then just passing and saying, I dare you to attack me. What did I find? You don't know what I found.
Yeah.
And then in comes the block, kill the Terastodon, get rid of that threat, and then get to reanimate your guy again. And then tutor again.
There's so many mind games in a tutor that lets you get anything.
That you don't show, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of the tutors, like, say, I don't know, not crop rotation, like worldly tutor or something like that. You know, you have to
show.
prove that you haven't searched for just anything. So you have to show that you've searched for a
You
creature.
search for... Was that Gaia Reach Sanctum?
Sanitarium?
Sanitarium?
Surely
So
not.
the brand of food stuff? Is that Gaia Reach Sanitarium.
It feels like some Weet-Bix. You reckon?
So Gaia feels like some Weet-Bix. He reaches over, grabs some Sanitarium Weet-Bix.
I'm not sure if
Adelaide
this is the
Eternal.
time for Weet-Bix.
Sponsored by Weet-Bix?
Yeah.
Or Sanitarium?
We are not sponsored by Weet-Bix.
Well,
We would be interested in a sponsorship by Weet-Bix.
By
I do eat
Weet-Bix.
Weet-Bix. I quite enjoy them, actually. So
did it look like Gaia Reach Sanitarium?
I don't know.
We're going to find out pretty soon.
We'll find out. He's got to be something. So he's chumped
Yeah,
the
so he's
big
done
dude.
exactly the thing that we said, which was kill the big dude by losing his elephant.
All right, we've got that guy. It doesn't actually change the clock at all.
And it takes him to
Means
three
he can't
next
activate a
turn.
fetch land, I guess.
Here's the
What's he
Gaia
got?
Reach Sanitarium.
Oh, did he just want to land? Is that frantic search?
Yeah, frantic search. So now this play starts to make a bit more sense.
Okay.
So he needed to play a third land so that he could frantic search.
Yeah.
So the best third land he could find was Gaia Reach Sanitarium. And because it allows him to keep getting rid of cards from his hand, drawing and discarding cards.
Yeah.
Because Bazaar of Baghdad doesn't do that.
So it just lets him dig another one. So right now he untaps his lands and he has the option to dig another
Yep.
one to set up for next turn if he needs it.
Yeah, if he needs it. But mainly I assume that here he's untapping and then reanimating.
Yeah, you'd assume so.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he discards. It's kind of hard to tell down there.
Yeah, I assume he was like, okay, I just need to get my third land for my frantic search anyway, so I'll just get this utility,
Wow.
good utility land.
Once again, you wouldn't think many times Runescarred Demon would have got a Gaia Reach Sanitarium.
No,
So that's
no, he likes
pretty
his
interesting.
Weet-Bix.
Yeah. We need to get someone to commission him an altar with some Weet-Bix on
Yeah.
that. Maybe Brett Lee on that, actually.
If anyone is good at altars and can alter us a Runescarred Demon with a Weet-Bix in it,
Brett Lee's face on the demon.
yeah, that demon,
Yeah.
he does 8. Imagine if he did 9.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be scarred if,
No, he
if
wouldn't.
he did 9.
His recovery would be really good, actually, with all that Weet-Bix.
Absolutely. All right, discards Vampiric Tutor, which is one of his three of his points,
What's that?
and Entomb.
Duress? Oh, Entomb.
Entomb, which is
Wouldn't he want
0
the
points. But,
Entomb?
well, now he doesn't need the Entomb, I guess,
Has
because he's just trying to filter with Gaia Reach Sanitarium. But
I guess.
it seems a bit niche.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's got to
I still like the reanimate plan, right?
Yeah,
Find another
that's
reanimation
his,
spell.
that's his out. He's going to go to 1. Unless he does something crazy with that green. What's that? Nykthos?
Nykthos generates a lot.
Oh, if he had a
no,
greater
only 1
hoof.
mana, not
No.
much. So he's just bashing for 4 and
bashing
presenting
he
something
got?
else. Crop rotation. Is he gonna find something that allows him to deal a little bit more damage, like a single point of damage?
Oh, I don't know. What would there be?
Surely not.
Is there some sort of mutagenic growth land?
Well,
I don't think
this
so.
is a very common play in those Knight of the Reliquary decks in Legacy that find the red-green X activate
Gavany
trample.
Township.
Gavany Township, there it is. Yeah.
Is that the play?
That was it.
That was it. That was sweet. I like it.
Wow.
I like it.
So Brendan Dobson doing a Cameron Bird shooter there, finding that niche card.
Wow.
that gives you the exact.
Is it
charmed?
charmed?
Is it charmed to kill one creature?
Oh,
man.
boom.
This game is great.
Boom.
Takes him to one.
Boom. Wow.
Oh man, that 4/4 elephant presenting lethal next turn.
You could have actually... Oh, no, it's not.
You can't script this stuff.
could
These
have
tutors have been so weird, haven't
You
they?
could have Is It Charmed the crop rot, right? And that would have not let him activate Gavany? Oh, no.
Yeah, but he wouldn't
he
know
had a
what
lot
he's
of lands,
finding as
didn't he?
well,
Yeah,
so-
that's true.
And yeah,
What do we got?
Preordain.
Preordain. Oh.
I still think here that finding the other reanimation spell, just finding Animate
Yeah.
Dead, would have been a safer line here, right?
Yeah.
Because he's still got misdirection in hand. Oh, no.
Yep. That's it.
No. Unless he didn't have any more... He had to have reanimation spells in his deck. I think that finding Animate Dead,
Yeah.
or obviously not Dance of the Dead, because it comes into play tapped,
Yeah.
and obviously not Exhume, because it gives your opponent another creature to bash in with, and not Reanimate, because you deal damage to yourself. But stitched together, he couldn't cast because he didn't have double black. So literally the only other card that he could have found was Animate Dead. So if Animate Dead was in his graveyard, then he couldn't have made the play. But if Animate Dead was in his deck, then I think that would have been the line. So Cameron can probably comment in the comments. If Animate Dead wasn't in your deck, then we understand why that play was the way it was.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Otherwise,
It's pretty interesting.
chaining animate spells off the tutor guy and then blocking and then chaining another animate spell off it seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Presenting blockers for that elephant. But as we can see there, Brendan made the correct choice in exactly how many elephants to give his opponent. That's always a tricky...
Yeah. He got
decide.
it spot on, didn't he? Yeah.
So here we have Cameron Bird on the play, and I would say the advantage meter, even without looking at their hands, is probably like 70% to Cameron Bird.
Yeah,
Because he
it's
can combo
pretty
turn
high.
one.
Yeah, especially... I imagine Brendan's deck, which is pretty keen on land disruption on his turn 2, just that turn later makes it a lot harder against a deck that's sort of... If Cameron's deck doesn't get interacted with much, it kind of just does its thing and wins. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So here Cameron's doing the correct play, which is mulliganing into an aggressive hand, because he knows that once it goes to the mid-game, the mid-range deck will be able to overpower him by destroying lands and the like. So he needs to find a really nice opening,
Yeah.
a turn 1 Entomb, turn 2 Reanimate. That kind of a hand is good. So lands, Exhume, Preordain, Inquisition of Kozilek.
Looks
it's
good.
It's just
Looks
like a
good.
balanced hand, right?
Yeah. So do you lead off with Inquisition or Preordain?
Inquisition first, because then you know what to Preordain for.
Yeah, that's true. Inquisition, I guess, could steal a bit of turn 1 hate like Grafdigger's Cage as well. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
seems correct. And then Preordain turn 2 if you don't hit that land drop, maybe.
So his Scry's to the top, so that's a very oh no, maybe not. Scry might be to the bottom.
I wonder what it is.
We'll find out pretty soon, hey?
Yeah.
So I say Inquisition turn 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see.
Definitely.
And then you can see what you're against and also nab that Grafdigger's Cage if it happens to be in there.
Yeah, definitely.
No, he's scrying to the bottom. So that must be a pretty swingy card. It might be,
it must be difficult.
yeah. I mean, it could be something like a Reanimate spell.
Yeah.
And he's trying to find the fatty off. He can't find Oh, it's not a Reanimate spell because he's already got a Reanimate spell.
Yeah.
It could be a fatty and because his hand has no way to put it in the graveyard yet, he's just not sure whether he wants it now.
It might be something that's just good, but isn't a land, and he wants that second land.
Yeah. I think he has 2 land.
Does he? I thought he only had 1. I might be wrong.
Not sure. I think there's one on the far end and one
Oh, is it?
third card in.
Okay, never mind. I
So
think I'm
2's pretty
incorrect.
nice. So it couldn't have been a land. He wouldn't want a third land.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What's on the bottom there? It's a black card.
Is that Runescarred?
It's Grizzlebrand. Yeah, so we were right. It was a
Yeah,
it was a
that's not
fatty,
what
and
he
you didn't
wants.
know whether or not. Like
Yeah.
normally you want it because
Yeah.
you don't have a fatty in your hand.
Yep.
But here is like not sure if I want it.
Yeah.
Like I want to find good cards first and things that stop your hate and that kind of stuff.
What sucks is because he mulligan, he isn't able to do that thing where you just don't play anything turn 1 and then discard.
Oh yes.
But I guess he's on the play, so it's a bit harder to do. But
Yeah, Inquisition. Let's get rid of that Grafdigger's Cage. That's what he's saying. All right. So it's an Ice Storm, which is a Stone Rain,
Yep.
and
Elvish Mystic, Green Suns, Crater Hoof.
Crater Hoof, Stirring Wildwood, Gaia's Cradle, and then the card that's on the far right.
Got rid of
Nick Thos. No, Cavern of Souls. Yeah, gets rid of the
Cavern of
Dork,
Souls.
so he's going, this is kind of a time walk. That's kind of what he's saying.
That's put him behind a fair bit, I guess,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
And he doesn't get Stone Rained on his next turn.
Yeah, that seems good. Gives him another 10. All right, so he's doing something.
Yeah,
Preordain.
Preordain. So he gets to smooth out a little bit here.
Yep.
So, did you see the 2 cards?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay. All right. So we have another land drop. Both were on the bottom, right? Both.
Yeah, I
Scratch
put
at the
both on
bottom.
the bottom. So we got 2.
2 drop
and-
is Stony Silence. So he did bring it in the end.
Huh. He might have just had enough cards to take
Yeah.
out.
He might just
I've
have so many bad cards to get rid of.
definitely been in that situation before.
Yeah, I know we were
it's
saying
Stony
it was
Silences.
marginal because it's like it could totally turn your opponent's hand off, or it could not.
If he's still sticking to the mana disruption plan, it's not bad because it does take out a lot of mana rocks, and then he can just blow up the other lands. And,
Yeah, well, when your opponent spends points on Moxen,
yeah,
and then has Chrome Mox and all the other bad Moxen, and you're on a Wasteland Strip Mine deck,
yeah,
why
that's
not?
true. If you had
Denial.
if you had a card that just said 2 mana, switch off 4 points of your opponent's deck, I would play that card. That seems pretty good.
Nice. So he's just fetching underground, Volcanic Island. I just fetched it tapped because we're so used to modern. Is that right?
I'm
When
not
you
sure.
like fetching like a steam vents end of turn.
It could just be floating mana because he can.
All right.
So we got Ponder.
So he's had the luxury of time, but unfortunately that time's going to run out because there's an ice storm in that hand.
Yeah, the Ice Storm is coming.
I mean, move over Stone Rain.
Yeah,
I mean, when things are falling from the sky,
yeah.
it's either rocks, which put a whole bunch of rubble on your house and you can no longer use your house for mana,
Yeah.
or it's very cold.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it's so cold and so icy that you can't go into your house anymore. Can't use it for mana. So just peering
something
at
I've
that
never
hand.
thought about.
Magic and flavour.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't always go together well.
Yeah.
Other times it goes great.
A lot of competitive decks. The flavor gets lost a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, sometimes it makes sense when you've got a Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, protecting her folk by carrying a Japanese equipment, specifically that was in the hands of a man named Umezawa.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
She defeated him in war and got his sword.
Got it, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then you've got times where some misshapen Lurgoyf comes out and goes, "I'm really big because I really like having dead bodies around me, and I have this sword of fire and ice in my mouth."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So there's the Ice Storm. And Brainstorm in response, which I hate. Because you have 2 blue sources, right?
Yeah.
Just let him Stone Rain you, and then just go to your next turn and Brainstorm one card deeper.
Yeah, it gives you one
Find a
more.
fetch
Now
land.
you got a bunch of turns where you're just drawing what you do. You're going to draw and you can't do much. And that
locked.
tells Brendan that you're not doing much if you miss your land drop.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, the payoff of doing this Brainstorm here is, in those 3 cards, I had exactly the next turn's Mox and the Careful Study and the Reanimate, and I needed to line them up all in a certain row to actually make this work. But the odds of that happening are so minuscule that the odds of just letting it die, not using the mana, go to your turn and Brainstorm then, so you get 1 card deeper, and actually have a much higher likelihood of hitting your land.
Yeah.
Like I think your odds go from somewhere between 60% and 80%.
Yeah.
Or 70% and 80%. So it's about something like 10% more chance of hitting a land.
Yeah.
When you brainstorm the following turn and look at more cards. It's a big... It's necessary. Otherwise, you just get stone rained out of the game, right?
Yeah. I feel like the Desperation Brainstorm can be not as bad as an all-in kind of combo decks like this. Just because, you just need that one card and you run 6 of those effects and you're like, oh, no, I did get it. Oh, that's good. But yeah, no, I think, you got another land. That's good.
Yeah, found the Forbidden Orchard. Gamble.
Gamble.
So he's going, look, I just...
Gets rid of the cards.
The payoff,
on
yeah.
top. That's all right.
Yep, it's a nice way to shuffle. So... the odds of not hitting your gambled card are pretty high when your hand has, I think it had six cards in it.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
So
Gamble
we
seems
could
good.
we could see a Reanimate Grizzlebrand or a Reanimate and some other powerhouse like Elish Norn or something. So,
Yeah, Elish Norn's just the best one in this matchup, I think.
And all right, so here we go. Let's see exactly how many cards there are.
So we got 1, 2, 6.
6? Okay.
That's nice.
5. 6? 6. Yeah. All right, that's 2. And is it the card? It's this Runescarred Demon, which he'd very happily have in the graveyard.
Oh, that seems good.
Yeah.
That seems good.
If he gambled for the reanimation spell, it's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, that seems real good.
But Brendan has some choices here, obviously. Yep. If he... Oath of Druids. So did he gamble for Oath of Druids?
I reckon he did. Right, surely. Oath seems good in this matchup.
But what if he gambled for Reanimate there, though?
I don't know.
Because if
you would have played Oath this turn. If you had Oath, you would have played it, right? Because you have the Forbidden Orchard, you would have just jammed it down.
Absolutely.
So I'm
he
guessing
must have gambled. Yeah, he must have gambled for Oath, but I don't think it's correct. Right? Oh no! Wait. Correction. The whoa!
Oh, we're taking a bit of a scenic route. All right. So the viewers at home, this is what the floor looks like underneath the game. Yeah. So
it's very
nice
important to the game to know what land people are playing on. And right now we're playing on Science Room floor land.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's good.
So back to the game.
Yeah.
So no, I take it back. The Runescarred Demon is only in the graveyard because Gamble discarded it. So he didn't actually have a fatty in the graveyard. So finding the reanimation spell was not the line.
Yeah, but if he got a reanimation
spell here,
and he known he was going to randomly discard Runescarred, then
so he did make the best outcome play, which is Oath of Druids.
And the gamble really paid off.
The gamble
big time.
Gamble worked out well.
Yeah.
Worked out exactly
real
well.
Nice.
So
we got an
Oath here is
coming
big.
down. Oh, he gets a little
more creatures.
Fella over there.
Yep. And the creature is not irrelevant though, because it fuels Gaia's Cradle. And
that's true.
At the end of turn, Brendan is getting Dryad Arbor, so Gaia's Cradle taps for 3. So he can actually cast Crater Hoof now.
So how much is that?
Is that not lethal?
So 4 creatures, so they each get 4 plus 4 plus 4.
What? Is that...
Crater Hoof's 5/5.
Oh, no.
That's lethal.
That's
lethal.
Not what I expected. That's amazing.
Unless he has to tap the
If he has to tap the Dryad. But he's got Nykthos.
No, he's got it, I think.
Wow.
Well, no, sorry. His devotion's only 1, isn't it?
Yeah, so he actually has to tap the Devoted Druid. But Devoted Druid can untap itself. By putting a -1/-1 counter on itself.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Oh no, he's going even deeper. This is Weird Harvest. If you have not seen this card before, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like GGX, and each player searches their library for a creature card and puts it into their hand for each X. So he just does it for X is 1, right? And then he finds the Vizier... Oh no, X is 2. He finds Vizier of Remedies and he finds Duskwatch Recruiter. Now he plays both of them. And then he generates infinite mana off Devoted Druid. And then he activates Duskwatch Recruiter for all of his deck. And
Oh, wow. Okay.
there it is.
There you go.
So, for those at home, you can see there's the Infinite Mana off the Vizier and that.
Wow.
Infinite Mana casts Duskwatch. Also
he
casts
just
Terastodon.
goes straight to wow.
In
boom.
addition, he basically reveals the top cards of his library until he gets all the creatures.
Wow.
Plays all the creatures. And then makes things really big with Krenov. That was absolutely, completely unexpected.
Yeah.
And really, really awesome.
Who would have thought Brendan randomly powered out the
Combo.
big, huge
Just
creature?
wins a combo against a combo dedicated fast
out.
reanimator deck.
That's
That was
crazy.
amazing. Oh, hope you guys enjoyed at home. And we are Adelaide Eternal. We'll see you in the next round.